Morning, babies. Hey, Tuck Tuck. Hey, baby MaeMaes. There's that Martini. Felix and I had a good time sitting out here by the fire last night. We stayed out pretty late. Daddy, can we play fetch? Not right now, baby. I got to figure out how and where. There's a deer. Do y'all see it? Can y'all see him? Dog spotted him. I think y'all can see him. I'm trying to figure out how to mount this panel on the side wall of my RV and do it right the first time. I only get one shot at it. Turn the camera around. People saying, Kevin, why would you cover up your window? Because I'm going to put my big screen TV on the inside. And this side needs to face the sun, away from the refrigerator, awning, and entrance to the RV. I could put it on the front window, but all my wiring and electrical is going to be in here and in here. I don't use this window. I don't look out it. It's opposite, well, it's the foot of my bed. So this is where it's going to go. So I'm going to mess around with the tape measure and maybe get some blue tape, mark me a level line to where I think it needs to go. Hey everybody, Campervan Kevin here. How are y'all doing today? Me? I'm doing pretty good. Trying to be productive today, get some things done. There are a few little things on my solar project for my Bigfoot Class C that I can do. As you well know from videos about a month ago, we had to put it on pause for a little bit. But from a month ago, I put 5 380 watt panels on the roof, but actually have 6 panels. There's no more room up on the roof without removing the air conditioner that I just had fixed. It works great now. So my idea all along was to put one on the side. You may remember from years back when Aja from Pandemonium, she had a bunch of panels on the side of her RV. And I believe she started something, because now you see them from time to time. Often, occasional, yeah, I see them. My main reason, I like to winter in Yuma and Quartzsite. Well, down at that, what's altitude? No. Elevation? No. I'll think of it in a minute. Latitude. Yeah. The sun is very low on the horizon, and my panels on top don't get any sun. I don't want to be getting up and on top of Lady Bigfoot tilting the panels. I know you can put actuators in and do it from the ground and have little motors do it. It's too much trouble. Too much stuff to break. So I'm going to make one that fits over my passenger rear window of the Bigfoot. Well, that's where I'm going to put one. But I got to figure out a way to mount it. And I think I do. I think I have it figured out. Here's my last panel here. It's a big sucker. I believe it's a Jinko. Don't get dizzy. Yep. And I got it down at Santan Solar in Gilbert, Arizona. These panels, what are you looking at? Just the label, baby. These panels, I think, were used on a solar farm for 2 years. After 2 years, they just automatically replace them. Doesn't mean anything is wrong with them, but they replace them, I guess. Why? Because they can. And these panels are tested individually and should be putting out 80-90% of their power over 20 years. That's long enough for me to need them. And my idea was to get some aluminum angle. This is 1/16 inch thickness. I got 3 of these for $100 at Home Depot. And let's see here. Where's your tripod, Kevin? Y'all have watched me long enough to know that I don't like tripods. So it will mount like so. I'll put some screws, bolts in to make it sturdy. That was too hard. Already got my line cut. We got my line drawn to make my cut on these L channels. And then I'm going to tape it on the side of my RV. You're going to do what? I'm going to tape it. I have purchased, let me open this bag up, some double-sided Eternabond tape. Who gave me this idea? David Gone Boondocking. He did the same kind of system on top of his Class C rig he used to own, and he actually used this adhesive to put the aluminum channel down on top of his roof and didn't drill any holes. And it's been on there for several years, and it's held. I'm going to use double-sided Eternabond tape, and I'm going to fasten it and I'm going to fasten it with wood screws. Hopefully there'll be metal cutting tips on it as well. Hopefully I can find some of the aluminum superstructure and bite into it in a couple places too. That's the plan, Stan. That's what he said, Fred. Okay, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Jed. I couldn't help it. I'm very fortunate that I have access, and my friend Craig trusts me in his shop with his tools. I always put everything back right away. I'm always try to put everything back in its place. I'm just blessed in so many ways to have such good friends. How'd that go? Is it fixing to get noisy in here, Dad? A little bit. Oh, maybe it'll scare the chipmunks and I can catch one. It might scare the chipmunks out for sure. So I've got my line drawn. Okay. I don't have a tripod, so imagine me going zzz. Not my most beautiful cut, for sure. Thought about cutting them at like 45 in the corners, but I'm just not that fancy. Project's kind of getting away from me. I forgot to film some things, but I drilled both of these angle aluminum pieces at the same time. Got one of the bolts in. I wish I had some nylock nuts to go on it. I don't have them, but it does have lock washers, so they should be fine. You sure are making a lot of noise. Sometimes you got to, baby. Sometimes you got to. One side is finished. The other side here, I just got one more bolt to put in, and then I'll get the L channels cut for the top and the bottom. Okay, I got the top piece on. Use 3 bolts to hold it to this side. I haven't decided whether I'm going to cut this out or not. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Don't know. Now I got to flip this bad boy over and figure out the other side. Okay, I've got it bordered with 2-inch aluminum angle. Left a little slot there to get the wires out. I'll put something on here to protect these wires. I'm not sure if this will be the front or the back. Probably look better being in the back, but the wire, I'll have to have a longer wire. If I put it to the front, to the back, it'll look better. What she said. All right, I'm calling it. Man, it's about time. That took you forever and stuff. All right, come on, buddy. We'll head back to the house. I love you, Dad. I love you too. I love you, Tuck. Well, it's later in the evening. Probably 6 hours or so since I was working on that solar panel, putting the what do we call it? Supports around it, frame around it. Built a fire. My buddy Felix and I, we enjoy sitting out by the fire every night. He's not here yet. He just got through watching the last video. The motorcycle RV and butt crack video. Told him I got a fire, so he's going to come up. I think he's got green tea and with pomegranate. Have a little company here soon. One of my favorite things to do, sit out here at night. Got a bunch of junk on the floor there, going through some stuff. The baby's been hunting moths and stuff. They'll fly up on that light and they'll fall down. Having a grand old time. It's a bit chilly. So I'll put the babies up. Left the blind up. Can't see nothing but a reflection. They're sitting in there on the bed looking at us, looking at me. It's dark. Is that a full moon? Almost. Felix makes a mean coffee. But since neither one of us are drinking sugar anymore, he doesn't make it as strong. And we've been on this green tea kick for about a week or so. He puts a little stevia in it. Sure is good. Howdy, howdy. Hey, big man. Or should I call you middle-sized man? Been shooting a little video out here by the fire. Oh, what we got? We got coffee or tea? This is the green tea. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This stuff's delicious. What kind of cup you got? You still using the Nomadic Fanatic?
Yep.
I remember those. I'd sell these, but they cost so much to make. Can't get a good picture of it. They cost so much to make. You couldn't afford to make them and ship them. Can't sell a coffee cup for 30 bucks. There's only like a dozen of these out and about. Let's get up here in the light so you can see it. Isn't that spiffy? 2017, 5 years ago. Just a few of these out and about. In fact, I don't even have one. I have to use Felix's. Morning, babies. Hey, Tuck Tuck. Hey, baby MaeMaes. There's that Martini. Felix and I had Good time sitting out here by the fire last night. We stayed out pretty late. These are my choice of screws. It's got a metal cutting tip on the front of it. Then it's got a wood screw. I guess it doesn't really matter that it has a gasket. But I think this is going to be my best bet in the biting into that fiberglass. I really hope I'm not wrong. But it'll take this bit to get through the aluminum 2-inch L channel. I'm going to use this garage door as a guide for the thickness of my fiberglass. So as you see, that's about as long as it can stand. Yep. I really need to figure out a way to protect those wires. Got some plastic loom here. Let me try to fit that on. I gotta take some measurements. See, the loom idea didn't work. It's too thick, and it makes the panel stand off the wall. Maybe I'll take some Eternabond tape and go over these edges, keep this wire from getting cut up. Or I could wrap this in Eternabond tape. I'll do something even if it's wrong. So I've got my double-sided Eternabond tape, my lacquer thinner. I'm going to clean up, wipe down this aluminum to get as good a bond as I possibly can so it sticks. You may be wondering, Kevin, why didn't you just use the normal solar panel mounts, the little L brackets? I considered it, but having this sucker hang on the side kind of spooked me. So I come up with this idea with the channel for several reasons. Number one, I didn't want air to get behind it and pull it off. Number two, David gone boondocking, talking about putting this L channel up to attach his solar panels to his roof without screws. Thought that's pretty brilliant. Tucker saw a chipmunk. So, no air getting in behind it, sticking it all the way around to the side of the RV, and it gives me more places to put more screws down it. More screws, more better. I may be hitting some aluminum superstructure. I may just be hitting fiberglass. I don't know. But the more screws that are in it, the better. Just to get off any oil and contaminants. I'll do the same on the fiberglass walls of the RV when I get ready to stick it. And then to give that Eternabond a better chance to stick. Yeah, I can tell it's cleaning it. Okay, Martini, I got all the tape put on all the way around. And it's got this liner on both sides of the Eternabond. So it still has, I took off the inside to stick it. It still has it on the outside here. So I used a little bit of the Eternabond tape to hold my wires here so they don't get pulled. And I wrapped these wires And I also push this around the sides to try to cover up any rough edges. I think that'll work. Do I know what I'm doing? Nope. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Well, I've sat here and I've studied it and studied it and studied it. I think I'll make the panel a little bit of wind this morning. Line up with that one. And I think I'm going to run the metal to the top, right under this seam. I'm going to assume that there's aluminum channel right there. Be my best bet. My next best bet will be that there's aluminum top and bottom of this window that hopefully runs out a ways. This could be my best chance of hitting aluminum. Of course, I got to make sure that the door opens and not hit without hitting it. So I think it's going to sit somewhere around so high. I changed my mind. I think I'll use that pinstripe as my top line. Then I'm going to run me a piece of tape here so I can make sure this edge is right. Why? To make it more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Hopefully. Wipe this down. Give that adhesive the best chance to stick. I'll have to get a ladder. I'm going to carry this up to the RV. Felix is going to help me, so I'm waiting on my muscle to get here. I went ahead and measured, put a mark at about every screw hole here to put a matching screw hole there. So keep all the screws hopefully looking nice and tidy. There's my muscle. Now I'm getting the tape off while Felix holds it upright. Thank you, sir. With some manhandling and some muscle, that tape sticks pretty doggone good. Many thanks, many thanks. I'll continue to put screws in. They felt like they were getting really, really good bites. There you go. Okay, all the screws are in. I had considered drilling a hole through each corner, running a bolt all the way through the wall with big washers. But I'm here to tell you, you can just about get away with half the screws without a Turnabond. When we stuck it, it stuck. There you go. I get the wires taped up, and even though these wires are further away from where I'm going to go into the roof, I thought cosmetically it looked better, and I believe they're insulated well enough from getting cut on the edges of that metal. I know to some solar installers that don't matter. It does to me. Well, there you go. Solar panel stuck on the side of the RV. That a Turnabond tape. Wow. Wow. I can't say good enough stuff about it. But Felix and I, we got to run to town to get some groceries, do our laundry, get the rest of our day started. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Where? Right here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Hey, we'll see you again soon. You guys take care. And as always, I give God the glory for my life. Jesus Christ, He's my Savior. You guys take care. Bye.